Hey, everybody, welcome to Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill. Joining me, as always, are my two fantastic co hosts, Dave and Steve. How's it going, guys?
Well, fantastic, swaying it out there pretty far today, but
Kind of stretching it a bit.
a bit.
Welcome, everyone. Have a good day. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, episode 42. And, that's an awful big number for what we're doing right here.
Well, hold on. Take your shoes and socks off and
I'm
do your
beyond all that. I
multiplication.
got to have an
times
abacus.
two. Times two. How many weeks is that, Bill? 84. And we've had a couple off ones, so I bet you we're, 84, 85?
We're probably about
86, 86, 87. So
We've been doing this a while. In
Really?
fact, we are now, according to some statistics I've seen, we are now, we've been doing it longer than 80% of people that attempt a podcast.
But come on,
what were we thinking?
but come on, guys. We need to get our fans kicked up here. We're not in the top 100 trucking podcasts
Well, hey,
yet.
what's-
Well,
what
it's
is-
coming. It's coming, but we're not there yet. So we're
What
still
is
working.
the daggone it? I'm blank on the word I'm trying to think of. The survey. What's our survey or quiz or whatever?
Oh, I
survey.
haven't put one up.
Did
I
we
need
get
to work
one?
on
No,
that.
we did one a week ago, but we got to do a new one because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went on it. I forgot about it, and I didn't even get a chance to go on there. And
I just come up with like 15 or 20 and just ding. That one sounds good.
well, rip it off. Let's get it up there. Throw
I
it out
think
there.
The mistake that I made on the last one was
The timer.
that, well, no, I didn't share it on Facebook, and therefore nobody
Oh.
knew about it because nobody just goes to our website for no reason. So-
Maybe if you go, maybe we might be able to find you one of these cups.
I'll have
You
you know,
know
I
that?
was putting stickers on gas pumps today.
Yeah, I did
So if
that
you're
too.
in the Walton, Kentucky or Cincinnati area, if you take a picture of one,
Yeah, maybe we can find a cup or a T-shirt or something.
You know what? We ought to raffle something like that off.
Well,
Can we raffle Bill off?
see that. Well, that's how we got Chunky. I mean, he's seen the sticker Dave
Yeah.
put over there in Ohio at
Yeah.
what was the Love.
Bell Fountain and the new Love.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
So I mean, that's one way. I mean, we were trying the cheap way to get listeners, and get our name out there. And Dave's like, "Let's put stickers on everything." we
Oh,
can
by the
find."
way, speaking of cheap way and getting our name out there, boys, we are registered for the 2024 Match Show.
There we go.
2024 Mid America Trucking Show. Let's start
Yes.
talking about that right
Yeah.
now.
It is getting up close to that
It was
time.
a lot of fun, wasn't it? Bill?
Oh man, that was.
So
I had a blast, and I
paperwork has been filled out. So
yeah.
Yeah.
hotel rooms are good, and
Me-
I gotta say, one of our sponsors that came to the expedite, they hooked us up. They did an interview with us. It's Hotel Works, I believe it is.
No.
And,
oh gosh, I'm.
It's I shouldn't say. 'Cause
Hotel Engine. Hotel Engine.
Hotel,
Yes, yeah,
I'll tell you, yeah, because I just used that little blanket that zips together
yeah,
this weekend. So
and they hooked us up, and we saved over half of what we did last year. Over half.
But
Well-
me and Dave's little boy here came out of his shell, and the experience overwhelmed him, but he didn't get too nervous.
Well,
I
this
think-
year
I
he
think
gets to walk
leading up-
around and get to see the show this year.
There we go.
I think what got me more than anything was just the anxiety leading up to the show, and then once I was there
Once you got
and we
there,
got
relaxed a
started,
little.
it was just. I mean, I felt. I felt great.
It might have been
and-
all the bush lights. I don't know.
well, there was that, but no, everybody there. I mean, no, we were
It's like
well
a community.
received.
Yes.
we were well received. Let's just put it
Every
that way.
neighbor around us come up. We got love from everybody. Everybody.
Well,
People
and
loved the booth. They loved our logo. You know, they commented on
and
just about
truckers
anything.
get such a bad reputation of being rude and everything, and all the truck drivers there. I don't know if it's just because it's truck drivers with truck drivers, but I mean,
And the
everybody was
companies.
more than hospitable about everything and welcomed everybody. And I don't think there was an ill person there. I mean, the whole time we were there,
No.
everybody.
By the way, our company that me and Bill work for is actually checking into one of the interviews we did with insurance. I hooked them up with that
There you go.
Friday. So
So
So when you get it, you need to make sure you get the extra special discount for us.
yeah.
so what is
So
the date? What is the date, Dave?
Dates for it.
it's
That's way
think it's
too
the
technical
20
to
March
ask him.
21st.
I
Yeah,
know
you-
it's not right on my birthday. My birthday's dead smack in the middle of that, so it's
When's your birthday?
22nd. So everybody
So
buy
it's
me a
either the
birthday present.
21st, 22nd, 23rd. It's
That's
Thursday,
it's less
Friday,
than
Saturday.
6 months, Bill.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you realize Christmas is only.
yeah,
I ain't worried about this time because I know we've got everything we
9
need
paychecks till Christmas.
now.
Nine.
Go on with that bullshit, will you?
Well, that's bull because I only get every 2
Oh
weeks.
yeah,
I get four. What
you're
the heck?
four.
You might as well just start greasing it up right now, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy cards and put a $50 bill in each one. Here you
I
go,
did
here you
that
go.
for. That's what I do with my grandkids. I'm like, I'm done. I don't know what you want. Here, have a.
Well, I tried.
And then I
last
give them
year
to them in
buying
July when I seen them.
Well, I tried buying everybody individual and thinking what they like, and I'm like, this is.
Can't do it no
terrible.
more, Steve. Can't do it no more.
Oh yeah.
You know, Amazon has the wish list that is a public list. You could create a list of stuff you want on Amazon, and it's
This is not an Amazon commercial.
no. Well, yeah, they're not paying us, so fuck them.
Exactly.
But they
PG.
no, I don't mean that. I enjoy shopping online because I don't have to
Well,
talk
every
to
time
anybody.
I look on my Facebook page, it's always William Curtis Hauser the third likes Walmart, likes anything you like. It tells everybody that knows you.
When did you ever see me like Walmart?
By the way,
That's
guys.
right on my phone every time I look at it, dude.
By the way,
Your
guys.
name-
Somebody's hacked me.
Your name and Chadley comes up all the time.
By the way, it is March 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
He just now got it. Looked
I finally, if we're going to
Let
say
me-
it, let's do it right.
Let me jot that down on my wish list here.
From Amazon. By the way, they're going to charge you for commercials, and if you have Prime, you got to pay an extra $2.
But no, you can do that. You create a wish list, and what that's supposed to do is give everybody a little list of shit they can buy for you, and then it ships right to your house, and boom, Bob's your uncle.
I beat up my Amazon. My
You just say
Amazon.
21, 22, 23, right?
Yes, sir. I'm looking at first, second, and third
you
March.
go.
And as I'm looking at it, there's a tractor pull right after it again.
That's right.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Actually, it's Saturday night.
Saturday.
Saturday night.
Oh, all right. So what do we got, guys? We got any news? Or
Oh,
We got all
yeah.
kinds of stuff.
Dave's
So
got some good stuff on there.
we got some more of Steve's Fox news here. Fake
No,
news.
no. Fox News. No, well, you mean it's never true?
I mean, Fox fake news. That's what I
Fake
meant to
news.
say.
Oh,
Fake news.
Oh,
well,
what do you want to do?
I think you'll enjoy them this time, Bill. There's some stories that you might like.
Well, something about kidney stones, and I have kidney stones. So, well,
This was the
used
world's
to.
largest, so
Oh,
Guinness World Record.
yeah.
We'll get
How would
to
you
it.
like
Go ahead.
How do you like to be known for that?
I just don't want to have to try and pee it out.
No, you got to get that. My aunt used to get them so bad that she would have to go in and they would
She
use
have a spit tune
ultrasound.
beside the toilet. Pa-ting!
No, they would shoot ultrasound into her,
Waves.
and yeah,
Yeah,
it would,
our boss does too.
Break
He
them
gets
up
them.
and stuff.
He gets them real bad.
I
I've
get
seen
them
him take a month off.
a month.
Yeah,
That's the
They gotta-
biggest trip.
yeah. That's how he
Yeah.
recovers.
Isn't that better now?
Yeah.
You feel better just sitting there going.
Ding 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 ding.
Does he
ding.
play
no.
slots or is
Yes,
Oh,
he
that's
is
all
a
he
slot.
plays, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really?
He does throw once in a while when he's leaving or something. He'll hit the roulette or something. But
So maybe he's got a problem. I didn't say that.
he
The
he's
golden
won, so you
touch.
can't beat him up too bad.
Everybody's got their thing.
Yeah.
By the way, Steve, good pictures here
What's
of
that?
when you put Oliver Anthony on their Facebook page.
Yeah, I tried to send him a bill there.
The only thing you forgot to do was hashtag it.
I didn't. All I did was send the picture. I said, "Here you
Well,
go. Take
Dave,
care of that, Bill."
you're the no, that's Dave. He's the director of public relations. He's
I'm the director of public
yeah,
relations.
you're the.
Yeah, public's going to relate to us real well.
I'm just the technical director. That's all I do. I'm the guy that sits in the basement.
Wonder if I can edit that.
Probably. No, well, I don't know. If it's
No,
Facebook,
I can't.
I don't know.
No, view
means I
edit
wouldn't be able to
history.
do-
Yeah,
You
I
can-
can.
oh, you know
Steve's
what?
the only one that can do it because he did it.
You don't need to though. You can go into the comments and just hashtag it there.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, so what we got for news over
Yeah,
here?
look at my internet skills.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, he is the most technically person we have on the show, and the most what do you call it?
Unsavvy Facebook person I know.
Well, not all of them, not just Facebook.
Well, Facebook, LinkedIn.
I got to make me a LinkedIn, by the way. Isn't that
I don't
like?
have
Isn't
it.
that like? I've got a
Instagram.
page. I made one 20 years ago, and I've
Yeah,
literally never. Done
Oh yeah,
anything with
it never goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about.
I could use one of them steaks right now, Steve.
Did you see them babies? 200
Yes.
ounce, dude. 200
Yes.
ounce on a hot stone.
Oh,
Yep, those was pretty good.
Wanted old man to drive.
I like the
old
big
truck.
chicken fried steak myself there, but
yeah, the chicken fried steak, but that's also looks like an Indiana tenderloin too.
yeah, that's down in Eagle Pass.
Arlene's truck stop. I've been there.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course.
they are now. I keep putting stuff on there for them. They have like the monster all you can, not necessarily all you can eat, but we don't think you can eat this much plates. It shows people sitting there with a plate
That's a
of
more
nachos.
accurate way.
Looks like a plate of nachos on a friggin' scoop shovel, or or like a breakfast, like I don't know, big breakfast. Kept showing all sorts of pictures, but it's so much food. There's no way you can eat all. Of it.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
But I mean, and it's every time I've been there, I've never had a bad meal. I mean, it's all pretty much.
So, since we're on our roll here and we're on our little platform, let's hear some ideas. What do you think of this GM Ford Chrysler shutdown?
Could care less.
I knew that one coming from you.
I'm.
It will affect us eventually, but it ain't there yet. But
Well, I don't.
I think it's due.
I don't listen to
Yeah.
a whole lot of news, and if I do get any news, it's usually because somebody has showed something on Facebook or TikTok, and it's usually just a short of something, you know. And so that doesn't give me the whole story or information. And when I see stuff, if it interests me, I'll go check it out. But otherwise, like Bill, don't give a shit. So
Well, the
I
part
did. I heard today on the news a little bit on the radio as I was driving because we did some windshield time today, and they were talking a little bit about the UAW and everything with everything striking, and I didn't realize they were striking or why or when, and what they kept saying on the radio was pretty much about increase the cost of living wages and
yeah, they want to get rid of the
insurance,
three.
retirement, and everything.
They want to get rid of the 3-tier step that they did in '08.
But and the
When-
UAW said they were actually getting a little bit done with Ford, but with nobody with
Yeah,
none of the
Ford
rest
is
of them.
starting to give the other two, and
Give
so
in a
they
little,
closed
yeah.
they closed the parts plant up in Michigan that supplies all the assembly lines. So it won't be long. They're going to start laying
The
people
thing
off.
is, what? Okay, the UAW, they can strike all they want. All they have to do is shut the freighters down in China, and what they do before, no chips.
Yeah.
Everybody was shut down.
Well, they didn't stop down. We got 10,000 trucks built around Fort Wayne, so they don't
yeah.
care. You go on strike.
that
We got them.
don't
Ordered. Yeah.
that don't run, and they're running through and crushing them because they put them in an open field with the windows and doors open. The rats and mice are eating all the freaking wiring in them, and they go to start them and haul them back so they start shipping them out because they got chips and none of them will work
Yeah.
because the wiring's chewed in half in them.
So one of the complaints are complaining about in 1960, the head of all businesses made roughly 25 to 45% over the bottom employees. Today, the top CEOs on most companies are 400 to 600 higher than the bottom employees. So I got a legit when you can't,
Who's the
and
smart one? Who's the dumb one? Why?
yeah.
The
Well,
one that's not making enough is dumb for still working for him.
when
You know what I mean?
when you got to go out and try buying a pickup truck and you got to pay 100 grand for a pickup
Oh
truck,
yeah, that's ridiculous right
it's
now for all
stupid.
that.
The
All the
new,
mar- and they're not selling them. There's one guy on the internet that keeps showing videos going to car lots and showing you all the used ones they have to how much they're marked up and how long it's been sitting on their lot
yep.
and that they're not moving
Well,
inventory.
people's not going to buy this stuff.
No.
It's it. You know what it's like. You just went to the grocery store. You don't need to say any more. I went out and
Everything.
did. I went out and did Tom's breakfast today. Cooked his breakfast for him for the Jonesboro
Where's my
Rise.
recipe
Oh,
for the
yeah.
corned beef hash? Send me that, please.
He doesn't do nothing. Salt and pepper. Put it in the oven. Hand
A whole,
pulls it. That's all he does.
a whole beef.
Yeah. The night before.
And mixes it with his potatoes and
And then
stuff.
cuts his potatoes and everything. His wife cuts the potatoes up, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Challenge
So
accepted.
we love them good challenges. But we
Well,
went out to Tom's today and cooked breakfast, sausage and hash brown. And I'm pouring hash browns out on the grill. Tom goes, "What are those?" I go, "They're hash browns, potatoes." "Oh, we never done them before here." So he probably had about 30, 35,
well, I
40
sent
guys.
you a picture this week of a whole black stone covered with Brussels sprouts with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bacon, onions, and then I topped them with sugar-free maple syrup. Oh my God, those were delicious.
We're in our food section of Three Fat Truckers now.
I know. That's all we talk about. Bill, like you said, if one of us gets skinny, we're gonna have to get a 3.5 or something.
You have any idea how many people have asked me that? Like, what are you guys gonna do when you lose
Well, they always
weight?
ask Dave if he ate one of them. So
Yeah. By the way, did you happen to notice your tall shifter picture? There's a lady sitting there holding a cup.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm sitting there going, "Oh, I just noticed that." Or a guy with little feminine hands, fingernails. I don't
I
want
like
to
the one I
judge.
put on there that said Bill's getting some sun. You haven't said nothing.
Oh yeah, I like that one where he's laying
You
out there
guys,
in the
yeah.
dirt.
When I
Did you
ran
find
out,
it?
yeah.
He just
I
went
don't
by.
drive
It.
no Volvo. What you?
Well, I didn't say using that truck. But you guys are getting a
Oh,
little sun in the parking lot there, laying
I
there on his towel with his little. That might be a Bible. I'm not sure.
He
Or
reading the
no,
Bible.
it's a romance novel, I think. And he's got his shorty shorts pulled up in his crack, getting a little sun.
Yeah, they want to. Hope we put a little lotion
ain't
on.
hating on him. I'm just worried about him because I don't like walking in these parking lots, let alone laying on my
Dude,
face.
I seen okay. I seen a Muslim guy out at his truck with this carpet on the ground, sitting there doing his
Yeah, I've
stuff
seen
in
that.
the spot beside his truck, and another driver pulls in and makes him get out of the way, or he runs him over, kind of deal. I mean, really disrespectful,
Yeah.
But I, I don't know.
Oh, Bill, look at you! You put your cup right behind your head.
You just now seeing that?
I
Yeah.
just now seen that.
Did
I
you,
got the other one here too.
Dave? Did you guys leave one of them at Nick's?
No, they told us not to. They get all nasty there. The
You can't
girls
even
told
see
us
that
not.
one, can you?
Yeah, I can see. We had a little conversation this week, Steve, and I want to hear your perspective.
Okay.
What smell brings you back to the first thing? You smell something that takes you back when you was a kid.
What smell?
Yes.
Like what smell triggers the most powerful memory from
Yeah.
childhood for you?
Mine has been the
Or
copper
not necessarily
tone.
childhood, but like earlier
Copper
life.
tone when I was at the lake because my sister would always be on the boat and have the towels in her girl.
The
And
copper tone or Hawaiian tropic?
no, it was copper tone then.
Okay.
In the late 70s, and I'd
different?
walk down there and we'd go skiing, and the boat always smelled like that because you remember the old boats, the seats laid down, so they'd lay out in the sun down there in the boat. So that was mine. I smell that, and I
Well,
automatically
okay.
think about skiing.
I'm thinking right now. What was yours, Bill?
Well, when he first asked that, the first thing that popped in my head was the first factory job I ever got when I I went to boot camp, and then I came back home because I first joined the reserves, and I got a job at Fort Wayne Foundry on Pontiac Street. And the smell of that foundry dust, to this day, I can pick it. I can pick it out of. I can tell you what building it's coming from if I smell it. To this day. But now that I'm sitting here thinking, probably the worst, the most powerful one is that CS riot control gas that they made us breathe in. Not well in boot camp. They make
Oh,
you go
okay. Well,
into
Yeah.
you
go
was
into
in the
this
middle.
building and they make you take
See
your
who
mask
can last
off.
longest. Yeah.
But
There's a video of me somewhere coming out of that building, and
Puking
I've
your
got
guts out?
snot. It just makes everything go haywire.
He was a
sweat
little sick.
glands.
He was a
It
little sick
messes
Monday.
you
He
up
looked the
for a
same way.
while.
he was that way Monday when he come out.
The
He
one
was a little
smell
sick.
I remember sort of smelled like a skunk.
That's what's going.
That's
you're-
earlier
you're-
today, brother.
Yeah.
that was.
That was in the truck coming back. I understand. No, a childhood, something that was fun.
Oh,
and-
a tiny skunk.
like cut grass. I love the
I'll
smell
tell you
of
what,
grass.
and you're gonna crack on me about it because it's
Well,
food
yeah.
and stuff. Because we always talk about food.
Yeah.
Far as smell wise, something that brings back memories of stuff. And I'll just say the town where it was at. I remember when I was a kid going to the Bluffton Street Fair.
Okay.
And when you walk through the area where the food and stuff was, you could smell the candy apples and the taffy and all the deep fried stuff they were cooking and the sauce, just all the food smells. And they were all mixed together. Because, I mean, it's pretty, both sides of the street right down there. And I can just, and right now it's going, and for
That was
people
last week
know-
too.
it's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that. That's the smells I mean, and it has to do with food. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't help it. But yeah,
But no,
it's
but
something-
I could relate to that.
But that it's not so much all the smells. A couple of, just like I said, the candy apples and the taffy, the sweet smell in the air,
the
kind
salt, the deep
well,
fried.
even now, I'll make I make a lot of Kool-Aid with the sugar-free packets. And when you cut them open and pour them in the different flavors, the dust gets in the air, and some of them will be like a strawberry watermelon flavor, or as soon as you smell it, it's like, God, it smells like a Jolly Rancher, or that sweet smell in the air. I don't know. I can't explain it.
The one that kills me is I can go eat a big steak, big meal, be stuffed, walk outside, drive by a Burger King right after they throw the hamburgers on.
Could use a waffle.
And the smell of it goes, damn, I could use one of them Whoppers right now.
Well, I
Even
told
though
you
I couldn't
earlier-
eat. Yeah, just
I
the
told you
smell
earlier
of it.
today. We stopped and ate there at the Denny's at the Flying J there at Walton, Kentucky, and the waitress comes over. I said, "Don't think any less of us, but I'm ordering 2 meals because I wanted breakfast, but I wanted lunch, so we got everything." And I said, "By the way, I want some of them pancake puppies." She goes, "We
What are
just
pancake puppy?
like
Yeah.
little round pancakes, like
You
a
mean like
ball."
silver dollars when I was growing up?
No, they're like Munchkin donuts. They're round
Oh, so they're like the
But-
little donut holes.
What?
with cream cheese frosting. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
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 no. Cream cheese
You
frost.
you fat bastards. Anyways, she
Come
goes,
on, man.
she looks at me and goes, "I'm so sorry. We just ran out."
No,
I looked at her. I said, "You point out the son of
You're
a bitch that's got him and bring him over here." Because it was pretty busy. But I said, "You point out
Wow.
that SOB and bring him to my table." She goes, "I can't do that." But I'm like, "What do you mean you're out of them?
why haven't I heard of these?
I haven't heard of this.
You haven't
either.
been eating at the Denny's, have you?"
I know it.
No, but
No.
I got TV.
It's been, but the thing is, it's been so long since I've been to a Denny's. I mean, it was the same crap and all the truck stops over and over
Yeah.
and over.
Well, they
They've
do
got
change
it-
their menus.
They
occasionally.
did, and I
Yeah.
tell you what, I bet normally when I would look at that menu, I could only find 1 or 2 things. I bet you there was a dozen things I wanted to try that looked delicious on there.
Well, I'm leaving Sunday night to head back over to Pennsylvania, so I may have to stroll into a Denny's over there off of
Get-
7.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I got to take that load. Hey, you know what? I got them on a technicality this time. You know how I got home without taking that 10-hour break?
What, you didn't do that on the air, did you? No, I know you got that.
PC.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, you weren't
That
going
load
towards
picked
your.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that load picked up in
You did not
Mississippi,
advance. Yeah.
and it delivers in LaGrange, Kentucky. So I didn't
PC
hit
in the
PC.
Indiana, right?
I didn't hit PC until I got probably about an hour out of Indy, and then hit the PC. And
Bill, we have a video on our thing here that tells you about PCing the legal way.
well, think about it.
You
I'm
obviously need to read it
I
because
He
did
can
you
not
know.
explain.
advance the motor vehicle. I drove home for the weekend
Yep.
instead of going to LaGrange.
That you're allowed to do.
And yeah, technically,
Yeah.
I did not do a
Now,
sing.
I don't think Beth believes you, but
Well, you said she don't work there no more.
I
so-
know it.
And if she calls me up, I'm going to tell her, well,
Dave said you don't work here no more.
you know
If
what?
she calls you up, she's going to say, "Quit changing your clothes in front of the camera."
I think that about finished her off right there.
When she
I-
seen the
you know
old
what,
brown
though?
eye looking at her, she's trying to figure out what it was.
To be fair, that was a week after I
To be
warned him.
fair,
That is a week after I warned him that if
Warned
I
him.
think I warned him. I told him, I said, if I think for 1 second you're watching us in that camera, I am going to strip down butt naked and I'm going to do things to myself.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about that? The pilot that had to eject out of the godforsaken $80 zillion plane, and everybody's going, "Wow, it flew 80 miles before it crashed." Do you realize that plane goes like 80 miles every 4 seconds?
That plus it was on autopilot.
Yeah,
It
you know.
probably flies around in a circle until it runs out of fuel.
80 miles. Everything. I can't believe it flew 80 miles from where he ejected. My God, guys, it's running five.
nothing.
That's nothing. You can do that in a prop plane.
no,
Could
that's
you
like
imagine being that guy though, and like walking
Did you
up
hear
to
the
somebody's
911
house?
call? Yeah, he walked in the house and called. Oh, yeah, he walked up, knocked on the door. They let him in. They called 911. The guy's going, "Some pilot landed in my yard. You need to send the ambulance." And she goes, "Landed what in your yard?" and the guy's foreign. So the pilot takes the phone and he's going, "No, I'm the pilot that ejected. Yes, we do need an ambulance here. And yes, we need to hunt for a plane. I had to eject out of the plane and I landed in the backyard." And the lady's asking him, "So is there anybody else involved?" This typical 911
Typical questions that
Yeah,
they have to
down-
go through.
down the list.
Well, that's not like the Ron White bit where he says he's on a plane and one of the engines he goes down. The guy's nervous. He says, "How far do you think it's going to take us?" He says, "All the way to the scene of the crash."
He must have had a lot
I
to
think
live for.
I think we're going to beat the ambulance there even.
By at least 30 minutes.
Well, we need to come up with a
Oh.
survey here.
Yeah, throw it out
Or a
there,
weekly
Steve. You said
poll.
you had some.
Yeah, what do you got?
What is your favorite food? We're always
Oh.
talking about food.
Yeah, we hadn't.
You know?
I was thinking trucker, but yeah.
And you can put it, whether it's barbecue, desserts, you got to be exact
600
on
li-
it. But,
Yeah.
or tell us what your favorite thing is.
Cool.
Okay.
We do
Then
a
we
lot
can-
of food stuff, so.
We can jump into show notes. I thought since you
Or you can just do one, where's your favorite place to eat? There you go. Favorite place to eat.
All right.
And it could be your own house. I mean,
yeah, some people don't like going out to eat.
no, they don't.
I have a daughter that just does not
And
like
those
going.
people are not to be trusted.
Okay.
Well, I do trust her.
I do
but-
got a question for both of you because there's been so much stuff on the news here, and I sent it to both of you too. There's two different things. One, they were talking about don't eat the meat from McDonald's or whoever was going to do all the 1 cent or quarter burgers or something coming up here or free hamburgers they were supposed to give away.
Yeah.
They were saying don't eat it. It's mad cow. There's all sorts of sayings of stuff about either mad cow or they're poisoned or they're putting stuff in it. And
Conspiracy theories running.
did you hear
heavy.
anything about that?
Have not heard a word.
Nope.
And I
haven't
listen to
heard
the news
anything.
all the time.
Okay, what about the one that I sent you boys about this guy? And I told you to take it for what it's worth, make your own opinion about the guy telling everybody October 4th to shut everything off, your phones, TVs, internet, modems, everything off in your house when they go to do the emergency alert test thing, saying something about that the tones activate graphite, remember what it's called, graphite nanotes or something that's everybody has in their body. They're poisonous or something. And then they were asking if that stuff was in the COVID vaccines, and
I
there
think you've
was
been down in Kentucky too long.
no. I sent it to you. You need to watch the one I sent you, Bill, on your phone
All
on
right.
Messenger.
I'll look at it.
And I don't know if you can share it up on the screen or not, or load it. But it was interesting, and I researched all the words that he was using and stuff, and a lot of it was already been looked up by a bunch of people because when you start typing it in, it comes up right away. So,
We have to check that out.
but I sent
Well,
that to both of you.
on the show notes, you guys, you notice I posted this up here today because we were talking about the Flying J and Denny's. But have you been noticing the price of fuel? Man, she is not being forgiving. I've been actually buying fuel all last week at Speedway because it's almost 45 cents a gallon cheaper from what I'm seeing at Love's and Pilot. And so, and then of course I get all them free points too. I like that part. But
I've not been getting as many points lately because ever since they put a new sending unit in my tank, that truck drives halfway across this country and back without having to get fuel. Which
well, that see before you filled up because you didn't know what it was doing. Now you
Right.
know what it's doing. Break your fuel
which
gauge.
it's still not working perfectly well because the tank, when they turned the tank over to put the sending unit in, they twisted it back too far. So now that sending unit's going in at an angle. So
Oh,
So what's this got here? Diesel prices surge for the third straight week.
well,
And
let's
this is
see.
dated August 8th, so it's been a little while.
Yeah, well, that would have been
2 weeks ago.
Really?
uh,
This is September, June,
This is
July,
September
August.
23rd.
Oh yeah, it
brother.
is.
September, 2 months ago.
Got you some old
months.
news in this. You're
It was the top story on Fleet where it says fleet owners because
Yeah.
that's where I
Well,
where I
yeah,
was
because
looking.
fuel's everybody's top priority. Pretty
Yeah.
much on owner operator.
well. I
So-
guess it wouldn't hurt to weigh in on it. I suppose diesel prices surged for the third straight week. This is according to Fleet Owner, and as we said, this article is dated August 8th. So
It's a month old, yeah.
old news. But what are you gonna do? You're probably not listening to this until 100 years in the future anyway. So,
They had
And back,
fuel
and back
then.
then, and now we got flying cars 100 years. I mean,
finally, we were
And
supposed
no
to have
diesel.
those back in the 80s.
I know.
okay.
The rise in the U.S. Average, 11.2 cents, for the week of August 7th was half of last week's, but the national number of trucking's main fuel has risen more than 43 cents in the last 3 weeks. Diesel is up by double digits in most regions and rose in all. What? Anyway, the U.S. average for diesel fuel surged by double digits for the second week in a row, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. And the 11.2 cent increase for the week of August 7th brings the 3 week bump for the average to more than 43 cents. The string of increases might as well be 3 weeks. EIA's U.S. average rose almost a dime, 9.9 cents the week of July 24, before last week's average bulged 2.2 cents, marking the largest 1 week increase in 16 months. At well above $4 per gallon this week, $4.23.9, the national average is the highest it's been since March 20th.
That's about what it is now. I think it's
And,
4.30.
yeah,
I think it's
and
even
the-
went up a little bit then.
and the
I
gap
know.
between
I was
the
trying to find cheap gas today, and normally once I get up north a little bit, it's a little cheaper.
it just
yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
Well, what is it up there where you guys are?
No
369.
idea.
380,
I never
What?
paid it.
380.
It's been 359 down here.
No.
359, 349.
Yeah, we're
It was
370, 380.
343 up there in Lexington.
You need to leave my sister alone, brother.
Sister, brother, mother, sister. Oh,
Keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
So
Meanwhile, Motor Club AAA's own diesel average rose on August 8th by double digits as well to $4.20 per gallon or 13 cents more than a week ago.
yeah,
Um,
so
and
so
then we got a
fuel's
chart
going
here.
up, guys. I don't know why we're getting crazy,
Well,
but
what I still don't understand is, well, I do understand because it's supply and demand, but
right, and
it
and
costs
aren't
it costs less for
to
a
make
gallon of
diesel fuel.
diesel than it does for a gallon of gas because you have to refine diesel into gas, your oil. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so it
it's the
should be
byproduct.
so it should be cheaper than gas. And every once in a while, it does get flipped. But here in the
Now
last how
that
many
does not
years,
make no sense. Come on, how are we going to make
yeah,
any money doing
it's
that?
yeah, it's because all the trucks that move the country are using all the diesel.
Yeah,
Yeah, but some of this for the money they're saying here. When I think about like buying gas today, I found it for 3 cents cheaper at a place. Okay, I'm gonna put 20 gallons in my truck. I'm gonna save 60 cents.
I know it, but
It doesn't seem like that much,
for
but
some reason, seeing that sign out there
yeah,
does something to our minds. Where
but though, if you figure not just one time, but yearly, how many times you get fuel at
yeah,
that 60 cents, it probably adds up to something substantial. But you think about it, as far as the semis and stuff, far as volume to what a car would use to what they use. Oh yeah, that's a good chunk of change every
well,
year.
I've been noticing that at the speedway I can keep it around $400 on my 140-gallon fill up, and where I get to the Loves and Pilot, it seems like I'm 5 6.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, let's scroll down to the next one. We all know about fuel. We're living it every day. This one caught my interest because Oregon has some strange laws out there, but I was curious how this happened. But it was kind of a weenie roast, I would guess
This
you'd
can't be
call it.
right because this is dated September 22nd, and that's that's in the future. So,
The future.
okay.
What's
So the
today?
title of
Oh,
this article is "Fiery 17 Vehicle Pileup Shuts Down I-84 in Oregon." This is by the Trucker News staff. Dateline, September 22nd, 2023. Um, Pendleton, Oregon.
That was yesterday, Steve.
I was looking at my. Hey, dude, I do use a calendar,
I'm
but I
I'm
don't
way
really pay a whole lot of shit to what day.
I'm way behind on one story, and I'm ahead of the next story.
Good thing that thing lights up and tells you when you need to go do shit.
Oh, I set alarms, dude.
Yeah, I do too. I wouldn't. None of my bills would get paid if I didn't have that doggone thing.
Or birthdays.
on
I
your
finally
calendar,
actually
on your calendar, you when it asks if you want to repeat it, yes, every month on that day.
Yes. Yep.
yeah
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I use
That's
that.
the
And I
only way
always
I.
and I do every bill 2 days before it's due, so I don't forget.
That's why I remember birthdays now. It pops up on
You don't
Facebook. Hey,
remember nothing, Dave. We know how you are.
the phone remembers for me.
He
Come
remembers
on.
the birthday. He just doesn't remember
He's
who
just
it is.
and he's got his phone for face recognition, so he don't have to remember what he to put to open it either.
That's right. So it
He just
opens
holds
up
it
and
up
I
and
can see Dave.
he just holds it to his face and go, "It's me."
Here I am.
Open says me.
Oh, okay. So Dateline, Pendleton,
Oh,
Oregon. One
ooh,
motorist was seriously injured, and several others sustained minor injuries in a 17 vehicle pileup on Interstate 84. At
wow.
12:35 p.m. local time on Thursday, September 21st, Oregon State Troopers from the Pendleton Area Command responded to a multi-vehicle crash. It was reported that at least one commercial vehicle was fully engulfed in flames on westbound Interstate 84 near milepost 227. When state troopers arrived on the scene, they determined that the crash involved at least 17 separate vehicles. Three of the vehicles in the crash, including two commercial vehicles and one passenger car, were completely destroyed by fire. One motorist was transported to the hospital with serious injuries and life flighted to Cadleck, I apologize, hospital in Washington, while several other motorists suffered minor injuries. The interstate was closed for approximately 8 hours as the vehicles were removed and the area restored to allow safe travel.
Nobody died
According,
and all that?
physics is a
Wow.
Well,
strange thing.
looking at the picture and you're rattling off how many vehicles, I'm thinking, how can they tell how many is in that pile of crap?
I want to know if the sign
It's a
above the
fiery
fire is going to
day.
have, if they got to go up and clean the black smoke tar
They
off
might
of
have
it.
to do a little work to
There's
that.
somebody up there going like this, drawing faces in the dirt
Oh,
on it. Yeah,
inevitably, yeah.
pretty much.
According to the Oregon State Police preliminary investigation, shows limited visibility because of fog along with vehicle speed to be contributing factors to the crash. The state police were assisted by CTU IRPD, fire and ambulance, Pendleton Fire Ambulance, the Umatilla County Sheriff's Office, the
Easy for
Echo,
you to say.
uh-huh, the Echo Fire Department, and the Oregon Department of Transportation.
ODT.
Echo,
The
echo,
ODT.
echo.
Echo, Echo,
Uh,
Echo.
by the way, guys, this next story, all I thought of is Steve when
What's that?
I posted
Uh,
it.
Go ahead, Dave. Read that one.
No, Steve, this is a
There's so
Steve
many
story.
of them I see on the crash things on TikTok. It shows these guys just smacking the crap out of everything when it says 12 foot and here they come.
Yeah. On my little app on CDL Life,
For your alerts.
it comes up as a second story on there, which surprised me, which was more than I found on this one. But
Well, it says truck hauling helicopter gets snagged on overpass in Louisiana. This is by Ashley. Dateline September 22nd, 2023. It says trucker hauling a helicopter ran in trouble with an overpass on a Louisiana interstate on Friday morning. The incident occurred around 8:30 a.m. on September 22nd at the South Range Avenue on I-12 in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Boy, I bet you that's going to be expensive.
do you see the oil
All the
running out of
oil
the
running down the shrink wrap on it. Yeah.
So you know that's a government plane, probably.
Well, there's oil in it? No, government don't use oil. Truck hauling what appeared to be a Sikorsky S-92 helicopter became wedged underneath an overpass support beam. WBRZ, they're on your side, reports the outlets said a new
Traffic report,
Sikorsky S-92
WBID, coming from the helicopter up here. We got one stuck on
we
it.
got-
We got
Hey,
one stuck out here. I ran
we're
something
throwing
being thrown everywhere.
turkeys out of the helicopter. I thought they could fly. Oh,
Somebody got the helicopter stuck under the underpass. There's going to be a delay.
yeah. It cost about $30 million. It says.
Wow, that hurt.
I,
Ow, ow,
Now,
ow, ow.
hold on. Trucking companies have to have so much insurance. It's usually only 2-3 million.
Yeah, don't carry
Is there a
30.
company that sells extra policies for stuff like this?
Boy, I would hope so. But
Good.
did you notice in the picture the wheel of the airplane's on the ground now, or on the helicopter?
It's touching down, Dave.
Yeah, it's touching down.
Where do we go? The load was too tall and helicopter engine struck the overpass, the Denham Springs Police Department said. No injuries were reported. It took about 2 hours to remove the stuck vehicle. Officials say there is no indication of structural damage to the overpass. Denham Springs Police Department, Louisiana State Police, and Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development responded to the scene, but it isn't clear whether citations were issued. You can view the video of the removal of the truck and helicopter below. That's not it. The
No,
video below is our
I tried
is
putting
how to
that
remove a
video up
turbine in
there.
2 seconds. But
Yeah, and it wouldn't put up a Facebook because it's a Facebook video.
now it took them 2 hours to remove it. And you know damn well somebody walked by there taking a video and says, "Know what's wrong with it? It's out of gas."
Got no gas in it.
And I don't know why it took 2 hours. All you had to do was go back there and dump the airbags and back out.
I like how they cover these things
Unless
in
you got
shrink wrap
big
and,
balls and big insurance and just put it in low and go forward.
Drag it through.
I think that's enough shrink wrap. Ain't nobody gonna know that's a helicopter now.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Looks like that
Maybe.
thing needs a little shave.
Yeah, I thought that was a new boat. They had it all shrink wrapped up, ready to storage.
I thought you said you took the rotors off the top of it. Oh, you know somebody did something stupid there. That's all.
You know somebody's fired.
Well,
Yeah.
or bankrupt if you're owner operator.
Yeah. and it is done in Louisiana too. So
Louisiana.
What are you trying to say?
come on, we can get it, Drew. Push. It'll go.
You didn't hit it fast enough.
You lifted.
Now, there's a video on here. I'm sure if you're a trucker, I know you got this in your feed because it was in my feed all week. And I think Bill's gonna have to. We're gonna have to make sure we can share it on our page if you just want to take a look at it. It's what not to do when driving a truck. If you're tired, pull over and take a nap, fellas.
Get off the road.
Don't doze off driving down the road. Swerve off the road. They put them rumble strips on the side to wake you up. This gentleman in this video, God rest. Well, he's not rest his soul. He's still alive.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just the rumble strips that woke him up. It was the median, the grass, and the abrupt fall, probably 30 feet between two bridges to the underneath.
And God, there wasn't a car crossing at the same
That's
time.
what it said in the story, yeah. And when this truck came to rest below between them two bridges, it brought his co-driver out of the bunk, everything out of the bunk, and it looks like his head whiplashes onto the steering wheel.
Well, I'm
And-
going to try to bring this up.
A little more information.
Are you going to bring it up so we can watch it?
It's 101 ways to remove a turbine in 2 seconds.
And I still
I
say
can-
if he
I
kept his
cannot-
foot in it, he probably got back up the other side.
I cannot believe he didn't smash his face wide open or break his neck. I mean, just the way it shows he hits his face and head. But yeah, if you guys,
I
please,
think he's going to post it here. You're going to be able to
But-
see it here.
I'm pleading though. If you're
Wake up.
tired, pull over, take a nap. 5-10 minutes, it works miracles, dude. I'll tell you right now.
As three of us that's never done that before, and you just stop. You just got to. If you've got to close one
When you
eye,
hit the rumble strips and it wakes you up, pull over and take a nap.
yep, it's time to find an off ramp and get the heck off of there.
Oh yeah. Are you able to get it up here? You think, Billy?
Yeah, hang on a minute here.
That means we got to make small talk.
Yeah,
Steve.
you got to talk about something.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we're gonna
okay.
talk about small things.
So where'd
let's-
you go? So where'd you go this week, Dave?
I got up and I went to Baraboo, Wisconsin.
Baraboo.
Baraboo.
Did you get some cheese,
No, I did not get
cheese, brats, and ale.
Nope, I didn't get any of that. And then
Trifecta.
then I snuck back and I went down to Alabama. Not Hartselle, the new one.
You get barbecue.
No, I didn't get barbecue.
What was the other thing down there you guys was eating? Oh shoot!
But
Have,
I went
has Bill-
around.
have you got Bill hooked up on some boudin yet? Some boudin balls down
Oh,
south.
y'all can't spell balls. No, you got to get them in the full bear dick type sausage.
You get them
Yeah.
boudin balls, man. You get a big one like that, sausage and rice and all that stuff, man.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
and then I
Okay, here we go.
The community of American truck drivers.
Now,
Welcome
first off,
to
we're not
another-
making fun of nobody here.
no.
It's, I'm sorry. The guy's
It-
okay.
no,
So
he's
let's-
okay, but it's serious. If you're gonna fall asleep,
He's even got the curtain pulled. I didn't realize the curtain was shut.
it
What's
won't
it
be.
for-
He's
No.
got a, he's got a
It looks
co-driver.
like it gives birth like a vagina with another guy
Yeah.
coming out of it.
This is a review. We're giving
Now
a
watch,
review of
you-
this, guys.
You got a dash
He's
cam right here, too.
starting to drift over. There's the rumbles.
Oh,
whoop, whoop,
He's
whoop.
awake. Brake. Push the brake. Push the brake. Oh. Honey, are you okay?
The one that
Okay.
kills me. Watch. He sets the brakes. I'm barking. Hold
He's
Hold
like,
on.
is it my turn to drive?
What? He's going to set the brakes. Like, watch right here. Like, he's not letting it roll away.
I think I shouted myself. They're praying now. Did you see him holding hands praying?
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's dangerous. I mean,
it is.
You can't.
This is the
oh,
view. This is the front view. So
Oh,
you get a
goody,
good,
goody.
you get a good shot of this, and it's like,
Now,
Is
folks,
this on the
before
end of the video?
yeah, folks, before you
Here he
send
goes.
in all of your
Hate mail?
comments,
Yeah.
we are not racist
This is
here.
dangerous.
we've all done this.
We
We've
would
drove-
we'd be doing. No, we've not done this.
No.
Did you hear the thing talking, the GPS
Oh, yeah.
saying turn left or something?
Slow down. Slow
Now,
down.
this video here, there was another one that was viral down in Greencastle, Indiana, where that gas tanker went off the overpass. You remember that one? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
exploded
yeah.
up the ramp and jumped it like Dukes of Hazzard.
I
Yeah.
still say if he'd kept his foot in, he may make it back up the other
Oh,
side.
Actually,
but
there's a
but
bunch more to this.
that
Oh,
is
hang
every
on.
truck driver's nightmare, though, to
Oh, I
actually
know it. I
doze
see
off
those.
and I mean, I can remember being home and laying in bed and sort of have that scary feeling and
Oh,
Video
jumping up
number
out
this
of
is,
two.
bed.
this is video number 2.
What
Use
else
the
we
right
got?
lane to keep
Oh,
right
we got
on
more
State
fun.
Highway 9
Yeah.
North towards
Oh,
Silver
I'm a
Fork.
little worried about this one.
This
I
guy
see
passed
smoke.
every runoff for him. Now he's gonna come down here and probably catch on fire.
There's one in front of him with the brakes on.
Oh yeah, brakes are on fire.
That's the guy in
Oh
front
shit!
of him.
He ain't gonna be able to stop.
Keep right.
There he
Oh
is.
shit! He can't stop. Oh damn!
Stay in the middle 2 lanes.
Hear his GPS talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, he didn't make that. He rolled her.
her. Yeah.
Oh, we got
Oh,
more.
that's like a top 10. Yeah, don't run through all of them.
Well, you got my attention now.
This almost looks like mine. Let's see. Is the guy in the video is the red truck? Because I can see it on his door.
Yeah.
The guy flying up there in the road, getting ready to pass the yellow car, I think it's going to have a whirl now. Why is there lines crossing the
That
road?
looks like a cop coming there.
Who the hell's honking? Oh,
Oh! Oh!
That
Thought
does
that
not.
was Bill and his Farfignugan. Yeah, that's bad. Okay.
That's only about halfway through, but I think that's
Yeah,
enough
it'll
fun
be
for
on
one
our
day.
yeah. So
hey, we can do reaction videos. I mean, we can post videos and
man.
give our opinions to them. Everybody does. Mostly it's music, but we can do video
music.
clips. Yeah, I've seen about 400,000 of them on music, but
Well, I'll
You
tell
know-
you what, the music when we put some stuff on there. Actually we did the story on Oliver Anthony, and then I actually got to see him in person and stuff. And he's a pretty nice guy, but he's fallen into the rut like all the rest of them, far as trying to keep it straight and narrow and do it his way. And
hey,
so-
it's his turn.
oh yeah,
He all he did was sit there and break down and say, God, do something. This is not working. And
Yep.
he did. So
and he starts to show up
I
by
ain't gonna hate on him no
reading
matter
a
what he
thing
does.
of
Yeah,
scripture.
I don't hate on nobody that tries
Oh,
better
no,
in their
no.
life. Yeah.
So-
And I understand his overtime hours for bullshit pay. I've lived it. I've lived it,
Yeah.
you know. So
Well,
let's,
We're
let's,
almost at an
let's-
hour, fellas.
Let's get to
come
our
on, Bill. Let's rock and roll.
You
Get
wanna
this out.
take it overtime a little bit? We can
yeah,
do
we can
that.
go over a little bit. Let's at least get one of these in here.
All right. I'll go ahead.
Oh, they
Well,
know
let's get
all.
them both in because they're going to be posted. So,
All right.
okay. So this is it's time for some of Steve's Fake Me Not.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, it's what it says at the top.
Believe it or not. Okay. So, no. Fool me once, fool me twice, fool me a dozen times. Police rushed to report of a ritual mass killing, but it was just a yoga class. Police in Lincolnshire, England. You mean in North Englandfordshire? Told multiple outlets that a concerned onlooker incorrectly reported the crime with good intentions. So that
Karen.
Savasan, huh?
Karen.
Yeah. It seems a concerned onlooker in Lincolnshire, England, took corpse pose a little too literally. According to a Facebook post by Seascape Cafe at the Observatory, a cafe that is also a community space, art gallery, and exercise studio, police rushed to
course
the
it is.
business shortly
gotta
after a yoga
Get a bunch
class
of stuff together.
wrapped Wednesday around 9:30 p.m. because a concerned passerby mistook the final resting position the entire class was participating in for a mass killing.
Bunch of
The final,
deadbeats, huh?
yeah, the final
Yeah.
pause for comedic break. The final resting pose, also known as a corpse pose or savasana, typically occurs at the end of a yoga class in which people lie on their backs with their eyes closed in order to sink into a meditative state.
It's the same thing my ex-wife used to do.
Yeah,
That was during sex day.
Yeah, I know.
you put her in that state, Dave. That wasn't her fault. The unidentified person reported a mass killing in our building, having seen several people laying on the floor. The Seascape Cafe Facebook post reads, which, well, now you know how to go check this one, which actually turned out to be the yoga class in meditation. We're not part of any mad cult or crazy clubs, the post continues. All in all, the situation turned out positive, and we are, of course, grateful and delighted. Lincolnshire police confirmed to Sky News, Ireland, and the BBC that officers received a call about the incident at 8:56 p.m. from a caller with good intentions.
That
Millie
is a
Laws
34-minute response time.
can't rush these things.
They don't have guns and they don't have cars. Come on, give them a break.
Well, they
Well,
really
Billy
didn't know
Club you
what.
to death.
have a nightstick. I got to walk. I'll be there when I get there.
Edmund, you wouldn't believe the call I just got on the telly. No, they don't call it a telly. That's the television. It's a mass shooting. What on earth do we bring to a mass killing?
I don't know, but
Well,
you got
I'd
to put it
say
in the,
lots of body bags if I was to say.
Do you want me to put them in the bonnet?
No, bring around the lorry. Okay, the
Lost
Washington
where he was now.
The Washington Post Friday Mills told the Post that 7 students were lying on their backs for about 30 minutes as she banged on a
Yeah, that somebody was banging on something.
shamanic drum in a dark room lit by just candles during Wednesday's hour-and-a-half restorative yoga class. She told the newspaper that she was also wearing a flowy top that could have resembled a robe. This is good, Steve, I got to tell you. Mills said she noticed a couple outside the studio walking a dog and peering through the window at what must have been a very bewildering scene for them. They reported to the police that they'd seen somebody walking around in the room lit up with candles and what looked like dead people lying all over the floor, Laws told the Post. The couple thought it was some sort of ritual mass killing. Mills added to the Post that the class had already ended by the time a horde of police officers had shown up and that the yogis experienced a lovely relaxation session with no interruptions, thankfully. The cafe also thanked the police on Facebook for their prompt response.
Half hour.
34 minutes.
They must think that's prompt.
Well, you can't rush these things.
No, you can't.
So what do you think, Dave?
What do I think? I think it is so real that it's false.
Yeah, it's just too good, isn't it? It's just too freaking good, isn't it?
I'm telling you, this is like, man, he even got all the right countries in there. He's got all
pulled
the,
out the stops on this one. He's like,
or he copied it off Facebook, and we're gonna look
"All
like
right,
idiots.
I'm gonna get that smart motherfucker right now. I'm gonna write something about some other country shit. I'm going true because you're due. Past due.
That don't mean nothing. What are you doing, Dave?
I said true, same thing. I said it.
No, you did not.
You did not. You said differently.
You lying shit.
No,
What are you?
no, I don't think it is real. I think something you got us caught somehow, but I don't think it's real.
got us caught somehow.
Yeah,
This story is from the Huffington Post.
that don't mean nothing.
Senior reporter Elise Wanshell did the yoga story. It's true.
Did you hear that, Dave?
Yes, Bill, you got one.
Did you? Cakes and pies.
Let's see how he does in the next one, Dave.
Okay. No, I'm not participating anymore.
I'm done.
That way
I'm
I
taking,
can
I'm taking
way I
my
can
ball
be
and going
one for
home.
One and done, huh?
I'm not a gambler, okay? Surgeons remove world's largest kidney stone from retired soldier. The record setting stone measures about 5.26 inches long and weighs 1.76 pounds. God in heaven.
Is this a
Try-
U.S. story or a foreign country?
Well, I think
Because
they're
I didn't
fair-
know we kept our soldiers till 62.
Yeah,
Retired.
yeah.
I
if
know
they're-
he's
if they're-
retired at 62. He's been a soldier since 60.
If they're high up in rank, they can do
Okay.
40 years. My sergeant major, he had been in about 46
Don't worry.
years.
Wait till Bill gets into it here. I'm
Okay.
sure.
When
I'm sure
six-
his voice is going to change.
Yeah, I see a name down there that's when
He
62
bitches
years,
about every name I make up. Oh, 90% of them is going to be named that.
when 62 well because 90% of them are named Patel. When
Gupta,
60
whatever.
Gupta or Patel, yeah. When 62-year-old Kanistas Kunga,
Kunga.
oh, I'm going to need some background on that, went in for surgery on June 1st, he probably didn't think he'd come out a Guinness World Record holder. But
What are you doing?
I'm going to start calling you Moss.
Oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting
It's
there
all
watching.
highlighted with your name on it. You're doing
I know
good.
it. Just
but
read.
Okay, the retired Sri Lanka army soldier is in the record books after military surgeons removed what has been declared the world's largest and heaviest kidney stone. The grapefruit-sized growth, God damn it, measures about 5.26 inches long, with which Guinness World Records notes was bigger than Kunga's 4.6-inch kidney. God. The stone weighed 1.76 pounds, easily surpassing the previous record for the heaviest ever found, according to Guinness. Dr. That guy.
Conta Kinte.
Kugadis Suth. No, I ain't doing it. Removed the stone from Kunga through an incision in his kidney's pelvis. Kidneys have pelvises? Just like we do? A procedure called open. Come on, man. According to.
Pilothotomy.
No, you didn't just do
Yeah,
that.
it did.
Made that fucking word up.
Pilolithotomy. That's right.
According to US
Up a
US Today,
Yui.
despite the obvious obstruction, doctors said Kunga's kidney was functioning normally, although his liver, bladder, pancreas, and spleen were also normally sized. His prostate was enlarged. Well, yeah, he's 62. Kunga is
Shit
still
slid right out.
Kunga. Oh God, Kunga is still
5-pounder.
recovering from surgery, but doing well, according to Guinness. An X-ray of the stone pre-surgery shows how big it was in Kunga's body, and there's
This is
a
how it
picture in
looked.
our show notes. And this is how it looked after removal. A kidney stone measuring 5.26 inches in length and weighing 1.76 pounds had been declared the largest kidney stone ever. Sri Lanka Army via Guinness World Records. Kidney stones are typically formed when minerals and salts crystallized into hard deposits. The stones are sometimes caused by chronic dehydration and certain medical conditions.
So where's all the sharp things on it that everybody complains about? Or is that just the feeling?
This looks more like a gallstone than a kidney stone, but such as gout and inflammatory bowel disease, and can cause a great deal of pain. Yeah, most are eliminated through urination. Others require shockwave therapy or surgery. Go,
So what you
Dave.
think, Bill? No, I'll let you go first on this one. I got my answer. I know what I'm doing.
Because he's highlighting research and shit, isn't he?
True.
True? That's what I'm going with, true.
It is true. That story was by David Moyer. It was on June 16th, 2023. And it didn't say what service he was through. But look at that stone. Can you imagine that plugging up your pecker to take a leak?
Well, it would have never gotten down
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
yurt or, but
No, but it'd plug
And,
things up.
and then what's the last thing here? Another wonderful joke. To
oh, let's
all
end on
that
a high
stick
point.
around, we'll try and keep it clean, but no promises.
Yeah.
I got two. One's real short, and the other one's a little windy. This
Go.
one I heard today. It made me laugh, and I'm
Okay.
sure one of you have the answer to part of it. I'm sure. Bill, what do you call a cow with no legs?
A seal?
Ground beef. What do you call a cow with two legs? Your
I'm not
mom.
gonna.
I heard that one.
Oh,
This
yeah.
80-year-old lady told this on TikTok, and the guy's being smart ass, and he's answering ground beef. Everybody knows that. And then she asked him that one, and he goes, "Your mom," and his mouth drops, and all of a sudden it's got the thug music. She's got glasses on, and she's going. Okay, this is the not so dirty one, and we'll end it. I'll try and finish it off.
Come on,
This guy-
Wendy.
This guy just got out of ranger school, okay? And he's talking to his buddy about it, how hard it was and everything, and he graduated.
Gadgeted.
Yep. And he said, as buddy said, what was the worst thing about going through ranger school? He says, having to jump out of an airplane. He says, wow. He says, I don't think I could do it. He says, man, he says, I was up there, and it come up to my turn, and the drill sergeant's up there yelling, go, go. And everybody's jumping out one after another. He gets up to me. He goes, and I froze. He goes, what'd you do? He says, I told drill sergeant, he says, I'm not jumping out of this plane. And he says that drill sergeant looked at him and pulled his pecker out, and he says, you either jump or I'm going to stick this in your ass. His buddy goes, what'd you do? He goes, did you jump? He goes, a little at first. Look at Dave smiling, trying.
That was not very clean.
I said if you stayed to the end and no promises.
Oh, all
Just
right.
a little at first,
That's
Dave.
that's almost as bad as the Bob and Tom answering machine from back in the day. I'm sorry, Stan's not in right now, but if you leave your okay, Stan's in. Go ahead, leave your message.
Bill just got that one.
Oh, God.
That went along with the Crisco one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So-
All right. Okay, so I've just posted the latest weekly poll.
Sweet.
I'm sure Steve made a TikTok, which we will get sometime next week.
We will
Um,
tomorrow.
I will share on Instagram.
I had to
Yep.
make sure we had our topics first.
get a hold of us, folks. Nobody ever talks to us anymore. Hit us up on the socials. We're on the Facebook mostly. I guess that's the
Email
entire
all your
internet.
complaints to me, please.
Email show at 3ftpodcast.org. Our
Dave sees them all.
Yeah. The website is 3ftpodcast.org. A lot of people probably don't know. You can comment directly on the website, and you can be anonymous if you want. Just
Yep.
tell us anything you want. It's been
Yep. You can hit.
been a real long time since anybody's given us any hate.
Yeah, I got on.
Are you
I got-
asking for it?
Well, I want something.
Well, I got
gosh.
on the website. We're getting a lot of junk mail. See, I'm proud of that. At least somebody's
Hey,
liking
there you
us.
go.
So
All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
we do got a couple good interesting ones on there. I'll share with you guys later. But
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Oh gosh, that's a fortnight. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, I've been Bill.
and Dave,
And Steve, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful week. Be safe out there.
kabam!
See you, folks.